Welcome back to Mythbusters, part of my Womb Wellness Wednesdays presentations about vaginal steaming. We are moving on to myth number 3. Myth number 3, there is simply no scientific evidence or research. So the truth is, there isn't enough. We do not have enough. And the data that I'm going to be talking about now, I want to do a shout out to, again, Kelly Garza of Steamy Chick and the Peri-steam Hydrotherapy Institute for collecting an incredible amount of data, having to do a lot of searching because this is not research that is easily found. And there's not a lot of it out there. There's under a dozen research studies to be found to date, but there will be more. There is going to be a lot more coming out in the future, I'm certain. What's interesting is that one of the most recent research studies was trying to devalue and to prove that vaginal steaming might be harmful to folks who have chlamydia, and it couldn't prove that. There were 1,000 participants in the study, and it could not conclude that vaginal steaming made chlamydia any worse. They did not publish whether it made it better, but since their ultimate goal was to try to show how vaginal steaming was harmful, that doesn't surprise me that they wouldn't publish positive results, even if they got them. So there are studies that are out there, studies done here in the United States, in the Netherlands, in Suriname, Switzerland, China, Korea, and India, to name a few. And if you would like to do a little bit more research into finding out about that, go to the Steamy Chick website. And she has a page, it's called the Vaginal Steaming World Map. And if you go to the world map and scroll down, you'll find links to all of the different studies that have taken place. Now, aside from research evidence, there are what are called testimonials. They're called anecdotal. They could also be called empirical evidence. Now, of these testimonials that have been done recently, Steamy Chick, Kelly Garza collected data from a little over 100 of the practitioners as well as their clients just last year. Here are some of the numbers from the questions that were answered. So they were questions about why the person steamed and then the results that they got at the end of their steaming if they stopped steaming, but most of them still steam to this day. So 70% of all of the people who took part in the survey had ranked their concern that brought them to steaming, so whether it was infertility issues or menstrual problems, fibroids, etc., they ranked their concern about this issue in 8 to 10. So 70% had very high priority for wanting to deal with this problem. It was bothering them. After however long these folks steamed, so I didn't take a look at the average, but it could have been 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, 88% ranked that same concern 0 to 3. This is not scientific evidence with a double-blind study that's going to be peer-reviewed and published. But these are individuals, and you will find them all around the world, who have steamed and had incredible healing results. That is something to pay attention to. One last comment about looking for evidence is that it takes a lot of money to set up and design a study that's going to be accepted in the scientific community. And where is that money going to come from? And what are those people who are sponsoring that study wanting you to find? So there's a lot of sort of backstory that goes into how evidence is created in a way that the medical community will actually pay attention. All right, so myth number 3, there is no scientific evidence or research. Not true. There just simply isn't enough.